So dope. Do I have to wear these?
You don't have to wear them.
Okay, because I have a bun on, y'all. I don't want us to mess up.
No, and you look fantastic. So we don't want
you guys are filming. Do you guys film live or just
no,
audio
we're not
live?
No, yeah, we're audio live right now.
Okay.
I sensed the love as soon as I woke up. In fact, I sensed love as soon as you returned with a message, owning your own message as well. You should, saying I have music.
Yes.
And I have something new, and I'm returning, and I'm back, and it's official. And
Yes.
it feels like the start of something. And we know that you've turned in some incredible verses and had some great moments in recent memory. But this feels like another Nicki startup, doesn't it?
Yes,
it feels different.
I was just saying. I was like, yo, did I do too much just to release like a couple songs? Like, is this like, I don't know. It feels like an album release.
It kind of does, and I think that says something to the anticipation of how much people have missed you and want you to be back. And also, I think it says something to the fact that, when you put music out like this and you really make a statement, you say, here's what I'm saying, this is what it looks like, this is what it's going to feel like, then people are like, oh, we've missed it. It's been 4 years. Has it felt like 4 years?
It's not been 4 years, though.
Oh,
I mean,
my God, I missed my introduction. I'm so angry. I missed my introduction. I have to rewind. Hold up, I have to rewind.
Do it.
I have to rewind. Hang on, hold up. Billboard Hot 100 entries. Most Billboard Hot 100 entries for a female artist ever. One of the world's most followed artists on social media. Lost count of how many times you've won Best Female Rapper. The first female rapper to perform at the Super Bowl. Forbes certified. Icon is the word. And most importantly, still the only American rapper to ever successfully pull off a British accent.
You should have said that part first.
And I'm looking at you, Eminem. Worst American accent ever caught on record, I swear.
Thank you for that. Thank you. And I couldn't have done any of that stuff without the most epic fans in the whole world. So, thank you.
Well, they're tapped in right now, live streaming. Everyone is ready for this moment.
Dope.
How did you feel this morning when you woke up knowing that it was happening? Or was it happening? Did you get cold feet?
I was about to cancel it, yes. How did you know that? What made you say that? I don't know how you knew that. I was about to cancel it. I was like, you know what? Oh my God, why did I do this?
Yeah.
But yesterday, I went to sleep. I literally slept for like 12 or 13 hours from yesterday because I hadn't slept in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Because I was like trying to finish stuff up in the studio.
Still.
And then I was like, I gotta do it now. I mean, I already told the world I'm gonna do it, so I gotta do it. I just didn't know about doing the actual interview. I was fine with releasing the songs.
Well, we're fine with you doing the actual interview, and I hope you don't regret it after a few minutes if you feel comfortable.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Well, look, we're here to celebrate. First and foremost, that's what the fans want. That's what we want.
Okay.
You don't walk in a room like this after being away for some time, and also after deciding to step away from actual, factual social media at the top of the year where you can message direct and come in this room, and I'm not going to all of a sudden shove a spotlight on you, start hitting your heart straight away. Why did you decide to walk away from social media and actually and kill the noise?
Well, because I needed to focus on my album. This is the best album I've ever in my life ever created.
You just announced an album, right?
Well, okay.
I mean, literally within a few seconds, like, that was amazing.
Yes. Well, yeah, I needed to focus and I just didn't know, I wanted to make sure I was writing something that was meaningful to me and that would inspire and that would captivate, my audience. But most importantly, I wanted to have fun again. I wanted to go in the studio and have fun without giving a shit what was... Can I curse? Probably not.
If you don't ask me that question, you can.
Okay.
Within reason.
I wanted to... I didn't want to see anything. I wasn't only not posting, but I also took all forms of social media off my phone, and it actually was the most genius decision I've ever made for myself as a human being, because it gave me peace.
That's
and
right.
it gave me it put my focus back on what it needed to be on, which is the music. When I was doing mixtapes, I wasn't on Instagram. I'm not like these artists that are out now that have the luxury of Instagram. Twitter was just like starting off, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Why am I including this information taking this information into my spirit? I don't need to see what people are saying about me. I don't need to know what people are saying about anything really.
Were you jacked in to social media? Did it take you a minute to disconnect from that? Because people say it's hard to put the phone down. It takes a couple of days.
I don't know. I mean, like I changed my number, came on social media, you know, stop speaking to everybody and just focus on my music. And
what percentage of your phone book got your new number? What percentage?
What percentage?
Yeah.
I would say 1%.
1% got your new number. Wow.
Yeah, 1%.
Wow. So
because I only spoke to people as needed, you know? So it went from 5 people at first to, oh, okay, my publicist now today, you know, he needs to talk to me. He'll get the number today. Like, now, you know, it's still like, I mean, at this point, I would say it's about maybe 20% now.
That's amazing you could reset like that. And actually, I've never heard it put that way, whereby you reset your phone in every sense, and then you steadily draw people back in as you need them, as opposed to this traditional routine they've become part of your life.
Yeah, because you gotta, like, I always say, like, you know, deactivate, I think, from like the Matrix. The world has become, music has become much more than music now. It's become just a lot of shenanigans. And I was like, man, I could rap. At the end of the day, that's what I do. I don't know about nobody else, but I rap.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the thing, I think, when you first came out, that was like, all right, we have a very visceral, striking image here, someone who understands how to use image visualization to their benefit, to create imagination, to get people thinking and engaged, but you can really rap. And I think about that verse on Monster, and I think about that moment, and I think about how that moment's gone down in history as being one of the all-time great kind of what people in the UK would call mercs, where you went on and took, what was it, Ross, Kanye, Jay, wrecked them. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, did you know at that time, not to go too far back, but we've got to celebrate, and you can't know your present and future unless you know your past. Did you feel at that time with that verse, like you had them on the ropes, like that was your moment?
No, Jay-Z, I didn't know Jay-Z was going to be on the song at all, you know, and thank God, because I would have been even more afraid.
Because he's a hero, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. He's one of my top rap idols, you know, period. He knows that too. And with Kanye, I was extremely nervous. I was out in Hawaii, and I had written a verse for Monster, and he said, I think you could do better. So he was like, just, you know, made me just sit there and start writing out, not raps, but just lines of what I wanted to say. And he told me, now put that into raps. And I was like, okay. I mean, you know, Kanye is a genius, and he created a genius moment with that. So to me, even like the verse, I did a lot of takes of that, what people have come to know as the Monster verse. I did a lot of takes of that, and then he went back in and took like some of the parts that I took out and said, no, you need that in. Like, I was like, no, I don't want all those growling parts and stuff. He was like, no. That's what's going to make it epic. You don't get it. Like, trust me.
Yeah.
So I trusted him, and that became that. But no, I didn't know I was going to, I knew it was dope. I didn't know it was going to be iconic.
Did you see Adele doing it on Carpool Karaoke?
Of course, and I love Adele. That's my baby. I love her so much.
Oh, when the first time you saw her do that, which, by the way, if you haven't seen that, is pretty much note and syllable perfect rendition.
I was crying because she had the hand motions down, like the Nicki hands, and when she did that, I was gone.
Did you send her a message like, you crushed that?
And I just posted on Instagram like how much I think she killed it.
She killed that?
Yeah, she rotted it.
I gotta give them a taste of it.
Oh, do it.
But
yes.
but we have this moment in time. Are you feeling comfortable?
Yes.
Increasingly so?
Yes.
Nicki Minaj. Yes, you are.
Yay.
On the mic, 100%, no doubt. We can't play the music just yet. Well, we're going to.
Oh, my God.
But would you allow me to be able to draw reference to one of my favorite lines you've ever written on a new song?
Yes.
So I can ask a question.
Yes.
I spoke to Jay the other day, right? He's still the only artist I would have signed to. I know that there's a, clean version. Mm-hmm. Still the only artist I would have signed to. And then you said, if I had signed to Wayne, perfectly designed crew.
I spoke to Jay the other day. He's still the only that I would have signed to if I ain't signed a Wayne perfectly designed crew. Cause we the big three, don't need a big speech. We made the biggest impact. Check the spreadsheet. That's Lil Weezy, the Barbie, and Drizzy Drake, and we getting more cheese, kissy face. Yes, that's one Barbie things. You guys are about to hear that in like 20 minutes. Oh my God, I'm getting like nervous. It's about to happen. Yes, I did say that, sirs.
You know what I love about that is the fact that you just reminded everybody, in case we need reminding, that you are the triumvirate. That triangle, and I was asking your team actually if we could think of 3 artists that were that impactful in a crew together whilst having separate careers. And the closest we got was Dre, M, and 50 at that moment in time. But still, as of now, Wayne, most influential rapper in modern rap music. Drake.
Thank you for saying that about Wayne.
Without
I could
doubt.
cry. I could cry for that. Thank you for saying that about Wayne. Thank you. That's all.
I mean, every rapper on SoundCloud sounds like Wayne. It's like, come on. I mean, real talk. I mean, it's just, that's, and by the way, that's a compliment to all those rappers on SoundCloud.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, no, if you're going to bite...
He's one of my biggest inspirations.
If you're going to bite someone, bite the best.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Bite the cake. Drake, needless to say, I call him the Michael Jackson of streaming. He's just, this guy is unbelievable. The golden boy? The golden boy? It's unbelievable. What's your favorite Drake story? Like your favorite personal Drake story you can tell us?
How he always... how he's always mad at me over something. Drake is always mad at me. He always finds a reason to not be my friends anymore. We're like an old married couple.
How many times have you guys fallen out?
A lot. And then every time we make back up, we're like, no, you know I love you. I love you. No, you know I love you. Why did you say you hate me? Because I love you. Like, it's so stupid. But let the records... But you know what? On the real, like, Drake also has given me some of the best advice of my career.
Like?
I don't want to say... And he's given me some great advice. He's very smart, and you can't take that away from him, you know. And also, even when there were things happening, I think that even when I couldn't speak to him, I think he felt the love that I will always have for him. We always tell the story about me and Drake being on the same tour bus. And they dared me to take a shot because I don't really drink. And they dared me to take a shot, but they gave me way more than a shot because I didn't know what a shot was. And I did it just for $100, like a dare, and he gave me $100. And like I think I was like in my bunk sleeping, and within 10 minutes, like it was. I hated them so much, but I could not stand up. I think they gave me like a double shot, and to somebody that doesn't drink, it was crazy.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Now with the benefit of some space between yourself and that situation, how challenging and difficult was it for you being in a relationship with someone you cared about that was at odds with a group of friends that you care about?
Oh God, it was one of the hardest parts of my career to date, ever. Yeah, because at the time I did love both of them, and I couldn't erase the love that I had for my team. But I also couldn't speak out. You know, I couldn't really say much. And I felt so imprisoned in that moment. And when we later spoke about it, Drake said, I wasn't worried about anything in that entire situation other than what if Nicki takes a shot? What if Nicki takes a shot at me? Then what? Like, what if Nicki spits bars at me? He said throughout the whole beef, that's the only thing he was worried about because he did, that would have been so, oh my God, just hurtful and painful for both of us. And so it was difficult to stay out of it. I was behind the scenes, of course, wishing it never happened. Even prior to it happening, I tried to stop it from happening. Literally said,
speaking to Meek.
Yeah, I said, don't do that. I said, don't do that. But I think as artists, we all look back on things that we shouldn't have done. And that was one of those things that he shouldn't have done. And I told him before he did it. But he did it, and it is what it is. You know, like, one thing I do know is that both Meek and Drake have moved on from that.
Yes, they have.
From the anger and all of this stuff, and we all have moved on. So,
and in fact, now we find both of them in very different points in their life.
Right.
And in Meek's situation, and I read a very interesting article in what I consider to be a great magazine the other day about Meek's situation. It really broke down what was going on, and it filled in a lot of gaps from that writer's point of view in the research. And we find Meek in a situation where people are very much rallying around him because of what they can see as, and I'm using this term very gently, serious inconsistencies. And I wonder, you know, for someone that you spend, you know, a considerable part of your life with, that you obviously, you just don't stop caring about people, I don't think, but it's up to you. What your feeling is about that, and
you know what, I don't want to talk about legal things, but I will say that you know, every now and then I think about, anyway, I won't go there. I'll save some of those things for my album, and I'm also shooting a documentary. But what I will say now is that I will say that the judge in question was did everything I asked of her, and you know, so I can't badmouth her because I met her personally, and I know what she said to us, and he knows that, and I know that, and you know, but of course I wouldn't wish jail on anybody.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'll get into detail on that on in the documentary and possibly on the album. But what I will say is what made me shed tears the other day was seeing his mother cry. Seeing his mother crying made me, like, that was the first time I was like, oh my God, like, I can't take it. Like, 'cause she, during the relationship, was always so sweet to me. And even at the end, when we kind of both knew that it was, like, you know, too rocky, too bad to, you know, she always just showed me so much love. So I still care about her, you know? So I didn't like seeing her cry the other day.
It's hashtag Nicki Day. People are going crazy because you're back.
Thank you.
And the music is coming, and we're super excited.
Bobby Tings and CHUN-LI is on its way. I can't wait.
Can I just play them?
Ugh.
Oh,
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Oh, no. Roman's back.
Until the designated time, darling.
Oh, no. As soon as I asked if I could do that, out came Roman.
Right.
Roman's like, no, darling, don't do that all.
And why? Who's posting all these pictures of me? Stop posting all these pictures of me.
Oh, you got told.
You guys,
whoever's
please.
in this room, there you go. Pull up selector. Pull up
Pull
selector.
up selector. I love that. Yay.
He's still the only artist that I would have signed to until I signed to Wayne. Perfectly designed crew.
Hey.
Perfect. Now on. What's going on? Your eyes are popping out of your head.
I'm not going to say someone on your staff.
Roman's
someone
back.
on your staff.
You hear that, buddy? You're on my staff right now. This guy's on my staff right now.
I mean, I'm sorry, okay? Don't bring any attention to him.
You don't encourage him? Is that what you're saying?
Anyway, move on.
We're going to. Into a lot of different areas, Nicki Minaj. Hashtag Nicki Day.
Yikes. Okay.
Let's talk about this album. You said you were going to cover that stuff on the album, and you said that also earlier on, this is the best album you've ever made. I have zero doubt that is in fact a fact. And I would like to get a few facts that you can or cannot share with us.
Okay.
Emphasis on the stuff you cannot share with us. I'd love you to share it with us.
Okay.
How long have you been working on this record?
I feel like you're always working on your next album, right? Like, as soon as the album comes out, you're working on your next album.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that things that I won't get into right now, I think that those things took my focus away from my music for a very long time. And so, to be completely honest, I would say I've been working on this album for the last, since December, right? G? Like, what would you say would be?
Whoa,
like,
that's quick.
Yeah.
That's fast. That's like 4.5 months.
But listen to this.
Yeah.
And this is very important for people to know. Some songs were written a year and a half ago.
Right.
So And that's important to know, and I'll express, I'll
Because of the timeline, and people will be able to work out. Yeah, right. I get it.
yeah, because sometimes when you hear a song, you'll hear an artist say some certain things, and you'll be like, well, why did she say that now? It's because that's how I was feeling at the time when I was writing.
Yeah.
And if the record is dope, the record is dope. I'm not, it is what it is.
Can you tell us who you've been in the studio with, collaborating with, who's jumped on some tracks?
You know damn well I'm not about to share no damn feature information about my album. But what I will say,
producers are almost fair game because they're not really features.
Well, I will talk about my producers. My own producers here in the building. I signed a producer. His name is Chevy.
All right.
Chevy, what is your official?
Oh, Chevy, what's up?
What's your official promo, official producer name?
My name is Jerry, the producer.
What is it?
I'm changing my name.
You're changing your name. You should do that. Bro,
No.
you are past changing. You do that today. This record's about to come out.
So let me just say this. Shout out to Jerry, the producer, who I signed, and who with Barbie Tings. You guys, when you watch the documentary, I think it's coming out with Apple as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna understand how we created it and how we create music together. It's phenomenal. You guys get to see how I create music.
Did you produce both these new
He
songs?
produced both of these. He produced CHUN-LI and Barbie Tings, y'all. And if I'm yelling, sorry, I don't have my headphones on. But he produced both beats and shout out, and also shout out to my dude Brinks, who introduced me to him.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Brinks. Because I'm about vibe, not necessarily talent. Talent is some of it, but vibe is the other. And so I flew him in to meet with me, and I just loved his vibe, his spirit, his gratefulness, his humility. I loved that. And he was just ready to work. And I was like, yes, let's go.
Because you're a Sagittarius. And so
Absolutely. What are you? Aries, we work. What are you?
I'm a Leo, loyal to the core.
My first love was Leo.
Right, we're loyal people.
Oh, okay. Sweet men.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll pass that on to my wife. She's reminding me.
What sign is your wife?
She's a Libra.
Libras are the best. My two best friends are Libras. I love Libra men and women, in Leos, only men.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah.
So we got our man over here who's about to have a great day.
Yeah.
Christmas is about to come early this year, bro. Look out for those publishing checks.
Yeah.
Are you back with anyone anyone else in the studio production wise? Murder? You making tracks with Murder? Any of that stuff, or is it purely in house?
No, it's some people, and shout out to Mike Will.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Will produced the beat that you hear in my new Mercedes-Benz commercial. Shout out to Mercedes-Benz. shout out to a young black woman, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Having a freaking Mercedes-Benz commercial and all that. You know what I'm saying? Get it? Shout out to a young black woman signing her own producers and rappers and all that. Shout out to that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Can I ask you in this?
Oh no, yeah. So him. I want to know. Who else? I don't know. No.
Oh, gee, did you pull up? Wow, I just saw management eyes.
No.
That was management eyes.
So let's move on from that.
You got it.
Shout out to my baby Stara too. She just texted me. I love her so much. But go ahead.
Stara, unbelievable. What a writer.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Amazing.
I think maybe one of the best top line writers in the world right now.
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt.
Perfect. I mean, I'm hoping the perfectly designed team will be present and accounted for on this forthcoming new record. I can't imagine a Nicki record without Young Money.
They're not on it yet, so we don't know as of now. They may not.
Crossed.
They may not.
Fingers crossed. The situation. I'm going to get to that. I was going to go somewhere. I'm going to go somewhere else.
Why you guys put out such ugly ass pictures, please?
We can go through. What we're going to do is we're going to get our person from social in here, and you can go through and pick and choose and delete and move forward. I want to talk to you about the current. Oh wait, what time is it? Is it time?
If it's 10 o'clock, then we get to play the songs. If it's not 10 o'clock, you can't play it.
Oh, did you hear that though? I just gave you 0.000001 for that one little note right there. Oh.
Shout out to Karen just hit me and said it's the number one trend.
It is the number one trend.
How did that happen? I'm not even dropping an album. I'm just putting out 2 songs for my babies because I know they missed me and I missed them. I actually was not going to put out any songs before the album. I just was going to drop the album in its entirety. But, I started feeling like, I'll say this. I started doing like some interviews and meetings, And I'm talking about top people in the industry were like, they're starving for new Nicki, and you know, your presence has gotten even bigger with you taking this hiatus off of social media, and you know, give them a taste of this. Like, this is incredible.
I feel like there's a need for your voice right now because a lot has changed since 2014, and I feel like right now we're in a situation where revolution is happening in multiple parts of the world, multiple generations for multiple reasons, and a strong revolution is a very, very important statement going forward from females in every part of the industry. And you have been a feminist icon to many of your fans, and I wonder what you feel that your role in the current frame of things is and how you feel about things right now.
You know, I think that, well, I'm definitely a dominating voice in hip-hop culture. And hip-hop culture is the most imitated culture in the world. And so, of course, that makes me always feel a sense of responsibility to uplift women especially. I feel like right now women are more powerful than we've ever been, ever in life, ever in time. And I think my role in that is putting out music that makes women feel like they can too go from, you know, a poor neighborhood, Southside Jamaica, Queens, New York, and then come to being, you know, doing records with, you know, the greats and being hailed as, you know, someone that shifted the culture. So I think the reason why I didn't want to drop songs, you brought me to a good point, is because the album is very layered. And there are things that, you know, like Barbie Tings and CHUN-LI, those are songs where you like, you know, they're more pop shit type records. There are songs on the album that are those types of records that I feel women really need right now. You know, so I'm excited about my fans getting the full album so that they can listen to it in, you know, in the way I wanted them to hear the music.
Nicki, you've made it through the door. We're in a studio. We're live. We're streaming around the world. You're trending #1. You couldn't have more of your fans' attention on you right now. This is a moment. It's happening, and it's made it official. And we're going to play these records. And you know, we can't end it there. We've got to continue talking if you'll allow us after the songs keep playing.
Of course.
And we want to keep going
because I want to let my fans know, you guys, I'm now on Twitter. So if you guys hashtag Nicki Day, then I can respond to some of you.
We have 2 songs and we're minutes away, so I feel comfortable pressing at least the pre-show right now and asking you, which of these 2 songs do you want to go with first?
I want to go with CHUN-LI.
What kind of mood were you in when you wrote and recorded CHUN-LI as a precursor to me pressing play on this record in 2 minutes?
I was in a very calm, excited state. I heard the beat. We also have all this on tape. So this is, my fans are gonna go crazy. I played the beat. What time did we play the beat? Was it like 3, 4 in the morning? I was about to go home. About 3, 4 in the morning. What'd you say?
Remember, I texted you. I was like, I'm about to go.
Right. And what did I tell you to come in?
Yeah, you like, don't go yet.
Yeah, I had worked all day. I hadn't slept for days probably. And this was only like 2 days ago. And my producer texted me and said, "Hey, I'm about to leave." I said, "Well, no, come in real quick. Play me something. Let me see what, you know." And he played me a bunch of stuff. And then when he played this, I said, "Okay." I said, "Send that to Juice." Juice pulled it up. I went in the booth and I did all of the melodies that you hear right now on CHUN-LI.
Yep.
I did it 5 minutes after hearing this beat. It's like a King Kong section. That was freestyled. And I left it and perfected that. But I came out the booth, told Juice, "Okay, keep this part, edit them all in." And then the next day, Grizz could not be there to document this part. And so we
Grizz is looking at his phone right now, head down right now.
So we shot me writing CHUN-LI with the iPhone, because I knew that would be a great part. You know, my fans always ask, they want to see the behind the scenes, how I create music.
Yes.
So we shot that part with the iPhone, and then you know, we mixed and mastered it. We literally, it was done yesterday, officially completed yesterday.
Does the album have a title? I know you're not going to give it to me.
Yes, the album has a title. And my fans are gonna
come on, man. Come on.
They're gonna love the title of the album. It fits everything everything that I am right now in my life, where I am, where I am in my life.
I just pressed play a couple of seconds early. It's okay. It's not going on right now.
You playing CHUN-LI?
Yeah, why don't you put your headphones on a little bit so we can hear how it feels? Hang on. Oh, wait, no, but I've got to technically wait another 30 seconds. As long as 30 seconds of my life. You know what? I think we're okay, aren't we, G? I think we're okay.
Oh.